From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop 90 live on location.
Hey there, Ospreys. I'm reporting live from the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Stadium, where the new season of baseball will be starting. Now into this edition of Russia-Ukraine News Update. According to AP, Russia faces backlash over the hundreds of Ukrainian civilians found dead near Kiev following the withdrawal of Russian forces from the area. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky leaves Kiev to travel to Burka, where he says Russian forces committed war crimes and genocide. Many corpses' hands were tied or bodies were severely burned, AP reports, and Ukrainian officials believe victims were tortured before they were killed. According to Ukrainian officials, over 410 bodies were found in towns surrounding Kiev. In other news, AP reports that the U.S. is seeking to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council amid findings Russia committed war crimes in Burka. The UN General Assembly in New York must have support from 2/3 of the member countries in order to suspend Russia from the Human Rights Council. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield argues Russia should not be a member of the council if Russia continues to, quote, subvert every principle it seeks to protect. And finally, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky speaks with the UN officials Tuesday to discuss evidence Russian forces deliberately killed civilians in Burka. AP reports Zelensky is likely to request more weaponry to help fight off Russian forces, although the West is reluctant to provide military resources. Well, Ospreys, that's it for this edition of Inside Swoop 90. I'm Bella Casapow, and I'll see you next time.
From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop 90 live on location.
Hello, Ospreys. I'm Jessica Crush. We are here on location at the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Today marks the start of a new baseball season here at the home stadium. Today's game will be against Worcester, and first pitch is at 7:05. Now let's get into the international news update on Inside Swoop 90. First, in San Jose, Costa Rica, President-elect Rodrigo Chavez said Monday that his runoff victory was a, quote, revolutionary by marginalized communities against Costa Rica elites. Chavez cast himself as the outsider in the race and noted that his Social Democratic Progressive Party had never won at any level before this year. However, the new president in power may be strained when he does take office next month due to the fact that his party only has 10 of the 57 seats in the legislation. In other news, in Pakistan, top courts began hearing arguments Monday whether Prime Minister Imran Khan and his allies had the legal right to dissolve parliament and set the stage for early elections. The Supreme Court heard arguments from both sides, Khan's legal team and his allies, as well as opposition. They did adjourn the session until noon Tuesday. No immediate explanation for the adjournment, and it was unclear on when a ruling would come. And lastly, in Hong Kong, leader Carrie Lam said Monday she won't be seeking a second term after a rocky 5 years marked by protests calling for her resignation and security crackdown, as well as the latest COVID-19 wave that is overwhelming the health system. Lam's successor will be picked in May, and speculation has swirled for months about whether or not she would seek another term and declined to comment on the possibility. Lam said her decision has been conveyed to central government Beijing in the last year. Well, Ospreys, that's it for this edition of Inside Super 90. I'm Jessica Crush, and I'll see you next time.
From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop 90 live on location.
Hello and good morning, Ospreys. Welcome to a weather edition of Inside Swoop in 90. Today marks the start of a new baseball season here at the home of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. I'm Haley Jones, here to give you the top weather news and the local forecast. According to UN scientists, temperatures on Earth will rise past the danger point unless greenhouse gas emissions are reduced more than countries originally promised as the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement. The Intergovernmental Panel presented data showing the use of fossil fuels in many large countries. UN Secretary General Guterres says we are, quote, firmly on a track toward an unlivable world. Still, AP reports that scientists are hopeful that climate danger can be turned around through combined efforts. Here in Jacksonville, we'll have a partly sunny morning with a chance of showers this morning, then a 60% chance of rain this afternoon. High temperatures today will be in the mid-80s with lows in the 60s. This afternoon may be windy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight will be cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms after midnight. And finally, in our 7-day outlook, Wednesday will also be rainy with highs in the mid-80s and lows in the 60s. There's a chance for showers Thursday, and that evening will cool down into the upper 50s. Temperatures will continue to cool this weekend with highs in the low to mid-70s and lows sometimes in the 40s. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday should all be sunny days with clear skies. That does it for this weather edition of Inside Swoop in 90. Have a great day, Ospreys. I'm Haley Jones, and I'll see you next time.
From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop in 90, live on location.
Hey there, Ospreys. I'm River Cordova, bringing you a special edition of the sports news update for Inside Swoop in 90. As you can see, I'm at the Jumbo Shrimp baseball grounds, where they're gearing up for their season opener this week. Now back to the sports news. Albert Pujols will be starting his 22nd and final season with the St. Louis Cardinals, the team where the 42-year-old first made a name for himself. Cardinals say they have him as a designated hitter and late innings pitch hitter, as well as an experienced older presence in the locker room. Pujols has 679 career home runs and is able to face down left-handed pitchers better than most, hitting .294 with 13 home runs. The Masters is coming up, and Tiger Woods is in attendance, wearing different shoes than his typical all-Nike apparel, possibly due to him having to rely on a right leg that was hurt in his car accident last year. In other Masters news, there are 6 amateurs on the course this year, including Kita Nakajima, playing to see if Japan can be home to another Masters winner after Hideki Matsuyama won the 2021 tournament. And finally, the Los Angeles Clippers beat the New Orleans Pelicans 119-100 on Sunday, with Marcus Morris Sr. putting up 22 points and Ivica Zubac earning his 22nd double-double. This victory stopped the Pelicans from securing position in a play-in tournament, but gave the Clippers the 8th seed with their win. The Clippers made every shot from the outside in the first quarter, making this the first time since 1996 that the Clippers had a perfect quarter with more than 7 attempts. Well, that's another edition of Inside Swoop in 90. I'm River Cordova. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop in 90, live on location.
Hello and good morning, Ospreys. Today, day of the baseball season here at the home stadium of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Today, the team will be playing against Worcester. And as you can see around me, they're getting ready for tonight's game. Now into this edition of Inside Super 90. According to the Associated Press, the New York City mayor announced the launch of a digital billboard campaign that urges Floridians upset with the state's passing of the Don't Say Gay bill to move to New York. The bill forbids all instruction of gender identity and sexual orientation from kindergarten through 3rd grade. The New York City Mayor Eric Adams says the billboard will be displayed for 2 months in Florida's top 5 markets. In other news, AP reports that over 3/4 of the possible jurors for the Parkland shooting trial were dismissed, most attributed to unavailability during June to September. Roughly 1,500 potential jurors will be screened over the next 2 months. AP reports, and jurors will be voting on if Nicholas Cruz will get life in prison or the death penalty. The Parkland High School shooting in 2018 left 17 people dead, making it the deadliest shooting to make it to trial. And finally, AP reports that the United Facility of Florida urged university members to ignore a survey assessing political viewpoints on campus. According to AP, this survey is due to a new law requiring public universities to assess political leanings and how open freedom of expression is on campus. Although the union urged the survey will compromise privacy and freedom of speech. Well, Ospreys, that's it for this edition of Inside Super 90. I'm Bella Casapow, and I'll see you next time.
From the School of Communication at the University of North Florida, it's Inside Swoop 90 live on location.
See you guys.
Hello and good morning, Ospreys. Today's beautiful day marks the start of a new baseball season here at the home stadium of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Today's game will be against Worcester. As you can see, I'm right here on the field where they'll be playing later. Now, I'm out here with Scott, and he's going to tell me a little bit about the promotions that they have going on this week.
Well, first off, thanks so much for having us on, guys. And super excited, opening day. So today we're giving away a magnet schedule to the first 3,000 fans who come through the gates. It's our first of 3 fireworks shows. So today, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday is a very popular night for UNF Ospreys. It's Thirsty Thursday. So a lot of different beer specials here at the ballpark. And Sunday is our family Sunday and also our youth sports day. So we're doing a big parade on the field for all the kids in attendance, run the bases afterwards for them as well. So it's a very, very busy first homestand, but certainly a really exciting one for us. We're really happy to get going.
Okay, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about the world's largest ball pit event that I saw you guys have going on?
And we have that. So thank you for reminding me. That's Sunday. So if anyone's ever been to our ballpark, we've got 3 different levels. So the top level, we have over 700 beach balls, and we're going to dump them down during the 7th inning stretch and turn 1-1 Financial Ballpark into the world's largest ball pit. So it should be really cool. Obviously extra special with a bunch of kids in attendance. So that's one of the ones I've really been looking forward to.
That's awesome. And how much are tickets?
So tickets range as low as $5. Those are, our general admissions. We've got some of our more premium seats, $11 or $14, like in the seating bowl. And then our PNC Home Plate Club would be $24 in advance. So, I think we really pride ourselves on being, our motto is affordable family fun. So we want to make sure people, families, obviously college students, can feel like they can enjoy a night out here and make some really great memories with their friends or their families.
That's awesome. It definitely sounds affordable. And what event are you most looking forward to out of all of them?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say the one I'm most looking forward to is Cathartic Scream Night, which is in June. And, that one is pretty cool because we've all had a lot of frustrations and anger in the last few years. And so we're going to all let it out during the 7th inning stretch. Our whole ballpark is going to have one big cathartic scream to hopefully let out all those tough times over the last few years. So I'm looking
Fun that everyone's just going to scream from the top of their lungs.
yeah, it's basic, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you guys for having me on.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time, Ospreys.